Hello everyone. Okay, very soon we're going to be having some online classes that we want students doing. We're still going to be working for our belt tests. We're still going to have students working towards earning their black belts. But I'm also going to be periodically sending out some of these videos. I've got one video from years ago where I did a demonstration and I broke 6 concrete slabs. And each of these are 2 inches thick a piece. I've got that video. I want to share that with people. I'm going to be sharing some videos, some stories that are some really cool stories. This is the first one. We just want you guys to check it out. I think it's going to be really cool. I think students are going to like these. So check it out. The Korean word is pumse. In Japanese, it's kata. And in English, it's forms. So what are forms? Different styles of martial arts use a lot of forms. Some styles of martial arts don't use forms at all. I want to really quickly tell you a story of when I tested for my rank of master and something that was very valuable that I learned from this. First of all though, this is Instructor Maureen. She's my partner in the business. She's the co-owner of the studio here. She's also my partner in real life. And she has a tremendous amount of black belt patience because she deals with me a lot. Okay? Hi. Okay, so first of all, if you don't know what a form is a memorized set pattern of martial arts movements. So a lot of times it's various martial arts combinations. So for example, we're imagining that somebody's attacking us and we're doing a block and then we do a counter strike. So maybe we do a punch and then we'll do the same thing in the other direction. Or we might change it up and do a different block, do different stances, do different kicks and things like that. The nice thing about forms is you don't need a partner, you don't need any equipment, so it's really easy to practice these techniques. And they are a good way to learn various principles behind martial arts. Now, some styles of martial arts use a lot of forms. So for example, if you were to practice Tai Chi, Tai Chi basically does entirely forms. When you look at Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Jiu-Jitsu doesn't really do any forms, okay? Many other styles of martial arts do a little bit of forms, or maybe half of what they do are forms. It just depends. It depends on the style. In our style here, we do a lot of our martial arts based on Taekwondo. We do some principles from boxing and kickboxing, eskrima and kali and some other things. But we do have some forms that we get into. And as you get older, we want you learning more and more of these, okay? When I was a little boy, I started doing martial arts and I learned my very first form, which is Taekwondo. And in Taekwondo, that's what most Taekwondo schools practice are the Taego forms. Not all styles of Taekwondo do that, but a lot of them do. When I tested for my rank of master, I tested for 4th degree black belt, which in our style is the first rank of master. I tested, some of my top black belts were there with me, my family was there, friends were there, I passed the test, and afterwards my master pulled me aside. And he pulled me aside, I was really excited, I just passed the test, it was a really big deal. And my master pulls me aside and he said, "Do you know Taego Kyojong?" And I was confused because of course I knew that form. He taught it to me. I learned that many, many years ago. I learned it when I was a little boy. I learned it all the way through high school. I kept doing it through college. I taught it literally thousands and thousands and thousands of times. And on this test, I had done Taego Kyojong. I had done it just fine. I had passed the test. And so now he asked me if I knew Taego Kyojong, the white belt form. And I was like, "Yes, sir." He goes, "Oh, show me, show me." I was like, "Okay, yes, sir." So I started doing the form, okay? I did the form, and I finished it, and he said, "Oh, very good. Do you know Taego Kyojong?" "Yes, sir." And so now I was wondering, wait, did I mess up? Did I not do it right? And I'm like, no, I know this form, I did it right. Again, he passed me on the test, what's going on? And he goes, "Do you know Taego Kyojong?" "Yes, sir." "Okay, show me." "Yes, sir." And I started doing it again, right? Did the whole form, and he goes, "Oh, good. Do you know Taego Kyojong?" And so now I was going, okay, what's going on? Is he going a little bit crazy? What's happening here, okay? And I was trying to figure this out. And so again, he asked me to do it, and I do it again. And I get done, and he goes, "Oh, do you know Taego Kyojong?" "Yes, sir." And I do it again. And it finally starts dawning on me. I realize what he's asking. And so then he says, "Do you know Taego Kyojong?" "No, sir." "Ah," and he smiles. And he says, "What do you mean by that?" And I said, "I've memorized Taego Kyojong, but I don't fully understand Taego Kyojong." And he gets this big smile. And he says, "Now you understand." And so what was he saying? The point of a form is, again, for example, the very first start of Taego Kyojong, we do a low block, and then we punch. Now, that low block punch, different styles of Taekwondo might do it slightly differently. So for example, some styles, they'll bring your arm up here, and then you'll block, okay? Other styles, what we usually do is I bring my arm up and I have my other arm come to here, so I do this, and then I block. Some styles from right here, you just throw a punch. Some styles from right here, you bring this arm up and then punch. So you still do a low block and punch, but it's slightly different. And the reason why is because different styles have a little bit different interpretation of what that low block and punch is doing. Okay, it's just a low block and punch. So what are we doing? We're assuming somebody is attacking us. So for example, if instructor Marie was attacking my leg, she was kicking me, I could block and then punch, right? But what else could it be, okay? What if she was throwing a punch? So if she did the same thing and she was throwing a punch, I could block and now punch, right? So I could be blocking a kick, I could be blocking a punch. But a block doesn't have to just be a block, right? Let's say she was standing a little bit closer, she's right here, and I was about to be attacked by multiple people. A low block could be a strike. An in block, if she's throwing a punch, an in block can be a block. It can also be a strike, right? So a block doesn't have to just be a block. Okay, so low block could be blocking a kick, blocking a punch. It could be a release. What if she's grabbing my arm? So she's grabbing my arm, low block. A low block can be a release. A low block can be a throw. How can it be a throw? So again, remember we talked about, we like to chamber before we throw the block. Different styles of Taekwondo will chamber a little bit differently. But this low block, this chamber right here to there, that low block, that chamber can be a throw. So let's say she's throwing a round kick and I'm chambering like this. She throws that round kick and I block it like this, grab her heel. From right here, if I've got her heel and I twist and hold on to her heel and I do this hard, what's going to happen is this is going to turn and put a lot of pressure on her knee. She's either going to have to flip over and roll over. If she doesn't do that, something in her knee is going to pop and give out. So this right here, if I hold on tight and I do this, that low block will flip her, will throw her. So a block can be a throw. It can be a strike, it can be a release, it can be a lot of different things. Well, my master was telling me, when he was saying, do you know Taeguk Iljong? And I was saying, yes, sir, I know it. His point was, no, you don't. You've just started to learn Taeguk Iljong. Here I was testing for rank of master, and his point was, go back and relearn it. Go back and relearn everything you've learned. Now that you're rank of master, now you should know you don't know much at all, right? So that's the cool thing about the forms. The forms can teach us something today, they can teach us something from 5 years from now, they can teach us something 30 years from now, okay? So as you're doing the forms, whatever form you're doing, whatever style of martial arts you're doing, if you're doing forms, think about what else could this be? What else could this be doing? And again, we're gonna have some videos, not just for our students, but we're also gonna be giving this out to other students in other styles of martial arts. So maybe you do Brazilian style Jiu-Jitsu. If you'd like to try one of our forms just to have something fun to do at your own home, we're gonna share some of those things with you as well. But that's a story from when I tested for my rank of master. That was something that I had a lot of fun with. It was a really cool experience for me. It took me a little while to figure it out, but when I realized what he was doing, it's just something that's always stayed with me.